now, I can't rhyme no more. But I'm still gonna go now till we get some more.
Hey!
Some more. I don't know what to say. How the people freestyle me, I know Sabi. Now I'm gonna
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I know, I'm just a musician. Just say that. Just say that. Just say, hey, body, skin to skin, nobody can love. You know what's so sad about? Not sad, but like it's funny. Like all of her songs get memeified. Like the other songs, like the other song that she, what is it?
Because of TikTok, Nate.
No, the other song. No, I can do this for hours and hours and hours. Pull the tape.
Got the thing in a calculator.
I dey calculate it like a calculator, regulate it like a regulator, meditate it like a meditator, elevate it like an elevator. I dey calculate it like a calculator.
Would you guys consider yourself Scottish?
I would.
Like if someone came up to you and, where are you from?
I would say Scottish.
Would you say Scottish or British?
I say Scottish.
Because I feel like most Scottish people would say Scottish.
I say Scottish. A lot of people get offended. Scottish people get offended
when you say English, right?
English,
or British. Yeah, they do.
But
do you guys
like,
get
what?
Do you get offended?
Not really.
To be honest,
Offended by what?
Like if someone
saying that you're
refers to
British.
It's not offensive. But
It's not offensive
you know what
to
it
me,
is?
but I understand it can be offensive.
Scots just don't want to be part of Britain. I think that's just it.
It's the history.
It's the history. Like if
Yeah.
you know, I get it. I get it though. I get both sides.
I think we need to start.
But yeah, no. Would you class yourself as Scottish? You said yeah.
Yeah.
I have a bit of an identity crisis every time someone asks me that question because I don't know.
Yeah, same.
Because I'm like, do they consider me Scottish?
That's funny because like in high school, remember when we had to start filling out like forms for like consensus?
Yeah.
Whatever. And then it's like you have to put down
your ethnicity and
it's
nationality.
like, are you black Scottish? Are you black British?
Black Scottish is a thing.
Black Caribbean, black African?
Black Scottish isn't on there. It's black British.
Back in 20...
No. It's
I've never seen this. I've always only seen black British.
It's only very recently for the first time I've seen in one of those forms, black Scottish.
Really? I've never
For
seen
the first time ever, and it was like it's a really new thing. I've never seen that on a.
I'm pretty sure I've seen before.
Or
this was like at school though.
I tick other and then put black Scottish. You know when they give you an option?
Yeah.
Because it's
I usually just click black.
I'll put black other.
Really?
What are
you? Like when somebody asks me where are you from, like
I
I don't
always-
know. I'm from Fife. I don't know.
I automatically
I don't know.
that's been on me. I automatically say Scottish because I know that's not what you want to hear.
That's true. That's
No,
reverse
because like when
psychology.
they ask me, they're like, "So where are you from?" And I'm like, "Scotland." They're like, "No, where are you actually from?" Fife.
No, it's true. I just throw them off and I say Belgium, and they're like,
What you doing?
how? And I'm like, because that's where I was. But yeah, like I don't know. What would you consider yourself as? Like, would you say Scottish?
I'm in the abyss, mate. I don't know.
No, literally, I'm like in a what's the limbo land. Like I don't know. I'm whatever you want me to be.
You know what? Now I just pick and choose because I don't know.
I read the room and then I adjust my answer accordingly.
Fair.
I feel like it depends. Am I feeling exotic that day?
Or sometimes I just launch into the like life story. Okay, so like my parents are from Sierra Leone. I was born in Belgium, but I've grown up in Edinburgh. So
I don't
what
have
am I?
that. I was born in Scotland. My
Yeah,
mom
you
was
are
born
Scottish.
in,
You're
yeah,
just
like my mom was
easily
born in
Scottish.
London. Like what?
Yeah.
Then you're just easily
You're Scottish. You're British.
Yeah, but then everyone seems
she's
to have such an
Scottish.
issue with that.
You're
Don't
British.
do that.
No, because she just went and gave away where her mum's from.
Oh, you're
Yeah, but I was born in Scotland. I wasn't born.
No,
in
yeah, you're Scottish.
You're Scottish.
I remember when I was back at school and like there was a question and I just didn't know what to tick. And then my friend turned to me and she was like everyone at the table was like, "Mate, you're Scottish," and I'm like, "But
Am I? But for real though, like
No, it is something I've always gone back and forth with.
what makes you truly Scottish?
Scottish.
Is it the fact that you were born there? Is it because your parents were born there? Is it because your grandparents were born there? But if you know that ethnically,
you're not.
Because a lot of
From
Scottish
there,
people, because
but
a lot of people that I know that would say they're Scottish, a lot of their family's from Ireland.
exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, is it because you stayed here for basically all your life? You're Scottish. Like that's why I'm like,
I get a bit like. I'm more I am I don't know. Am I? I am. No, because I'm like not confused, but I am because I've grown up here, and I'm not emaciated. That's weird.
A what?
I've like ingrained myself with the culture.
What does emaciated mean?
I don't know. Trying to use big words, I don't know. Anyway, like, I've grown up in the culture. I've grown, like, Edinburgh feels like home.
You're Scot.
But to say I'm Scottish just feels like I can't.
Question I have, because I asked a lot of people this. So we've basically been in Scotland our entire lives, more or less.
Yeah. Some more than others.
Do you think that you are going to like stay here
For the rest of my life?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think so. I think I'm a... Listen, I feel like because of my background, we are very nomadic people.
What? We don't stay
because
in one place for
a lot
long.
of people are nomadic people. They like...
They're
You're using too many words. I'm dyslexic.
That's what I'm saying.
So am I, and I know what that means.
I would throw it out there any chance I get.
No, but yeah, I feel like that's just in me, and I feel like, but at the same time, I feel so comfortable in Scotland. Like Scotland just makes sense, or maybe the places that I've stayed at.
Yeah,
what I mean?
I always get that.
Like I said, Edinburgh will always feel like home, but I think I've reached the point where I'm like, I want to explore and grow up. Well, not grow up because I'm grown. But I want to experience like different ways of living.
Yeah.
And I feel like I always ask myself the question, like obviously when we all went to school, predominantly white schools and stuff like that, I always ask myself like, if I grew up in a predominantly like black area, would that have changed me?
I feel like we would be such different people.
I think we'd be so different. So I want to, now that I'm grown and I've like established who I am, I'd like to go and like dabble in different like.
Fair.
Do you know what I mean? Because girl, I'm so used to being like jumping on the bus and being the only black person on the bus is so common.
Yeah.
Now jumping on the bus down south and not being the only black person, I'm like, whoa!
Oh my god! I remember I went to London. I was walking about and I heard people speaking Creole. I was like, huh?
Literally, I was like, huh?
I was like, no way. She just said that. No way.
Literally, it's some juicy gossip.
Because I remember as well, like once when we went back to Germany, like because we go to Germany most summers and stuff like that, visiting families and stuff. And we went somewhere. I'm not gonna be too specific as to where, but we went somewhere. And no, and like my brother at the time, because we moved over here when he was really young. He was basically a baby, and so he was used to like what he was used to. There weren't many black people around where we stayed, and then when we went back to Germany, it's much more of a melting pot.
Yeah,
it's more diverse.
Yeah.
In the city that we come from. So like when we went back there. And my brother, we went to this one area, there was so many black people there, he was literally like,
gobsmacked.
He was like, what is going on here? He was so not used to it.
And it's so bizarre, and I think people who have grown up in like densely multicultural areas, I'm trying to be politically correct. The hood, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Are you though?
I'm joking, disclaimer, I'm not calling it the hood. Anyway, I think they'll be shocked to hear that we feel like that, because that's their norm. Our norm is not, no. Especially growing up, I feel like Edinburgh / Scotland, I can only speak for Edinburgh, it's the only place I've lived. I feel like now it's so much more diverse, but when I was growing up, nada. So that's why when people are like, are you black and Scottish? I just get mad, like, discombobulated. I don't know what to say. Also, to just bring this up, just to sideline, I never realised how strong our accents was. Oh my god. Till our last video went up.
Yeah.
Till that, and other people have pointed it out, I always thought we sounded just normal.
Yeah, because I've always thought that none of us have had a very strong accent. You have a few words sometimes, I know. But like as a whole, I never thought our accents were that strong. Just because I've heard so much stronger accents. So to me, I'm like, we're like here.
But to other people, we actually have really strong accents.
Which is crazy.
And I still can't hear it.
No! Even I feel like I'm speaking English.
Or for example...
English.
Or for example, when Ella was on Love Island, and was like, you sound like her. And I was like...
Oh my god, yeah. I was like, no I don't.
No I don't. But I'm like...
But the thing is, we can kind of hear the different type of Scottish accents that there are. Yeah. Because obviously there's like... I don't know how to explain it. If you hear a Scottish accent, you'll know it's Scottish, but there's different types of accents.
Like you'll know, like if you hear someone from Glasgow, you know they're from Glasgow.
Yeah.
If you hear someone from Edinburgh, you can kind of tell.
If you hear someone I feel like Edinburgh Scots just sounds a bit posher.
Yeah.
It's like more
certain areas. Because if you to go to certain areas, which I'm not gonna name, you can tell.
That are from those areas.
The accent differs. But then if you go to Fife, it's also completely different.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I first moved here, and we were like, I was in school and we were just chit chatting, and everyone was like talking about words, and I was like, oh yeah, and this person pulled that person, and they're like, pulled, and I was like, yeah, pulled, and they're like, what does pulled mean? I was like they kissed, and they're like, oh, winched, and I was like, what? Winched? That sounds so like, ugh.
Like that's
Sorry,
such a
but,
West
like,
movie. Like so, even within Edinburgh, there's different like dialects. Can we say that?
Yeah.
Is that a dialect? So like Latifah was talking about when she moved to West Lothian from Fife. So that's like two different worlds.
Yeah, but they're literally down the road from each
They're
other.
not
It's like a 40-minute drive, babes.
So it's just mad confused. But I really didn't realise our accents were that strong.
Yeah, like
they're-
my mum
I
was
didn't-
like getting a bunch of like DMs from people because she was sharing it as well. The last video was shared for her, and like people were like, wait, Sva, wait. So you're telling me Zainab sounds like that?
this. I swear.
She's like, they were like, I never knew Zainab had such a strong accent, and I'm just like, when people say that, I'm like, I don't hear it.
I don't hear it either. Or when we travel or go down to London or England, are you Irish?
Oh my gosh.
I've had American before, and I was like, American.
American.
I have as well. But like when they say Irish, I'm like, have you heard an
An Irish
Irish
accent. That's very
It's
distinguishable.
very
like-
different.
We
Like
don't
I
sound
love
the
an
same.
Irish accent. I'm not gonna lie. Like I love the way it sounds, but it's
Me too.
very different. But it's
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Just got flung off the chair. Anyway,
but it's very different, and like that's the automatic thing. It's like, wait, are you English?
Are
Your accent sounds different. Are you Irish? I'm like,
they'll be
no.
like, oh, I hear an accent. I'm like, where do you think I'm from? Like, Jamaica. True story. Literally true story. I was like, Jamaica? What? Jamaica? No.
What do you mean? Like some guesses just match. Where like they're like, wait, you live in Scotland? And I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
black
wait,
people
you
live in
live on a
Scotland?
farm? Do you remember? Wait, you live on a farm?
Or there's this guy who's just like, oh, so you live in the sticks. Edinburgh's a capital city. What's stickish about it? I don't understand. Like, what does that even
No,
mean?
it actually makes no sense to me.
Acting like I live in the Isle of Wight or
Like,
something.
have
I
you
don't.
seen a picture of like? Have you seen pictures of Scotland? Because to me, I'm like, what do you learn about? Because we learn about so many other countries, but no one knows anything about Scotland. And I'm like, what? What are you learning in
Man
Scotland?
asked me if we had Scottish passports.
Literally,
Bro,
or like you go down to England and you give them a Scottish pound, they're like, this is not real
They're
money.
to the sky.
Literally, they're like, this is not real. You forged this.
It
Like,
says
no, it's just a different picture.
sterling.
Babes.
You
It's a
can
different picture.
like, and you know it's illegal not to accept that, so you kind of have to. You kind of gotta accept the money. It's still sterling. It still is. So like, why are you discriminating? Like I've got family down in England, and before they came up for the first time, they'd be asking me, "Oh my God, is there an Asda in Scotland? Is there an Iceland? Do you guys watch EastEnders?" Yes. Like we're not a foreign planet. Like we're actually still part of the United Kingdom. Like, what? Do
I
you mean?
remember my cousin came up and British Got Talent was on TV. She's like, wait. she was like, wait, you can watch British Got Talent. I was like, well, we are in Britain, babe. She was like, wait, what?
No, for real.
I was like, you didn't cross the 7 seas, love.
No,
You're in the
literally,
city.
you might have been on the plane for an hour. Like, I don't know. But what bothers me the most is like when you speak to like black English people, right? I'm coming for y'all this time because it really irritates me. And they're like, how did you guys end up in Scotland? And why Scotland? Do you know how many countries make up the United Kingdom? It's actually not by force to go and reside in London. Why do you think it's so overpopulated? You're all flocked there. There's many different places. You know there's black people in Wales too.
Honest to God.
And Ireland. But in
Literally.
Scotland you want to act surprised. They're like, whoa, how did you guys manage that? You know there's even black people in Australia. Okay? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why is that such a shock? Why is that so
I
surprising?
don't know. Or like even like I remember my cousins, like every time she talks to Scotland, she's like, I swear it's always 5 degrees up then. I'm like, yeah, it's cold, but not all year then.
No,
It's
you're
not
right.
that different to down in.
Literally.
It's not that
I was like,
They're being dramatic.
someone literally asked me if we were in a different time zone. I was like, what do you mean? I was so confused. I was like, what? I was like, no, like you actually can't be this just like oblivious to life. I was like, what do you mean?
But what I also don't like is the superiority like complex, right? Because I feel like people that live in England / London who are black and stuff think, oh, it's like, don't get me wrong, there's obviously perks to living in those areas and such like that. Like I understand, but the complex that they have now, oh, you live in Scotland, what are you guys doing up there? It's like a weird like complex. Like I get a vibe like, oh, we're better than.
I feel like that sometimes, yeah. Or like even when people, like even when they're talking about like the black girl aesthetic, like the UK girl aesthetic.
They're like the UK black girl. That
It's
doesn't
just
apply
London,
to
mate.
us.
Like you're literally looking at London baby.
Go and find someone wearing a Yagi tracksuit in Glasgow or in Edinburgh. Then we can talk. Like that aesthetic does not apply
It
to us. So I
doesn't.
feel like sometimes we face like another level of exclusion because we're not part of, like, so much discourse will happen on like Twitter or like TikTok and all this stuff. UK black girl, or the luxury UK black girl aesthetic. We're not involved though. Don't call it UK. Call it England.
Literally.
Well, I'm not involved. I don't know. So when that was going on, it was so funny to me because I'm like, technically, I am part of United Kingdom, but like,
but
I can't relate to what you guys are
my
talking
life.
about.
But like, even watching influencers growing up, like, I'm not gonna lie. When I said I was going to uni, I was ready for my Nelly's experience. The way I used to have binge those videos, I said, yes, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me. And I get that I'm like,
we don't even have an ACS.
I mean, we did.
Unis do, just ours don't.
The specific unis we've all went to.
Yeah, so they had one when I was there, but
they disbanded.
Yeah, I think it just.
We didn't even have an ACS, so it's just like, I don't know. But do you guys feel like you like that superiority complex, or is it just me? Like, do you feel like, or when I was younger as well, I used to wish that I grew up in those areas. Like, did you guys experience that?
Because when I was growing up, like, I feel like most of us grew up on YouTube and stuff like that. Most of the YouTubers that I watched that were from the UK were from
England, London,
basically London.
Yeah.
Most of them are from there, right? So like, obviously I had a certain type of expectation, like even if you're going to high school or going to uni and stuff like that, you step one foot there and you're like, wait, what is this?
What is this?
what? Wait.
Not to even cut you off, but it's like this thing on TikTok right now, and they're like, oh, when you're in the year 8 changing rooms and everyone's broken off their back. We didn't.
Can't relate.
We didn't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Broke off whose back? In my changing room, we were listening to DJ Bad Boy and a man. That's what I was listening to. You guys are doing whining competition. It wasn't us. So
I was watching people do Highland dancing. Like, what you
like? It wasn't us. So like. I don't
oh my
know
god, another thing. Sorry, you just check yourself. This is not. Oh, I don't know if this fits in properly, but basically, when you said that, it just made me think about the fact that. So basically, in high school, I went to like a summer school, and like you can do summer schools at different universities and stuff like that. It's like a week away, and at the universities, like people from all over the UK, I think it is, yeah. And then like they had a Kaylee, and for you that don't know what a Kaylee is,
Zainab? Do you want to describe?
Do you want to describe what a Kaylee is?
No, what's a Kaylee, Zainab?
I'm Adipa, what's a Kaylee?
Yeah, you're the Scottish one.
Scot.
A Kaylee is like a.
Should I Google it?
Party.
No, we need a proper definition.
Let me tell you what I think it is, and then we'll tell you what it actually is. A Kaylee is it's like a party where there are dances that everyone knows that we do as groups or and couples.
Yeah.
A social event with Scottish or Irish folk music and singing in traditional dance.
I don't know about the singing, but
oh, we did the dance part, and I feel like
we've been doing that since primary one days.
I was about to say, like from like primary school, we had been doing.
It's
Scottish.
Ingrained into our education system.
Like, you hear
I'm not even joking. From primary school, you learn these Scottish dances.
Yeah, all the way up to high school.
So you've got like the Gay Gordons.
Yeah, that's.
And
oh, that sticks in my head.
I can't remember.
Flying.
That's
what
that.
Is that?
I feel like we're making that up. That sounds like a burger.
But I didn't know what I was meant to say.
Because I was thinking about it as well.
I don't know what they're called. But I
when
just
you're
know
like
what they're
this.
Yeah, I just remember the
Hold my
dances. I don't
hands.
remember the names. Wait.
Other way. Sign up, hold. And you're like this. I'm back. If you're listening, you may want to jump on YouTube.
Wait, let me actually. Scottish Kaylee, mate.
So while she's looking that up, we'll probably talk about. So like in primary school through to high school, well through to third year of high school,
No, I've done it all the way up to S6.
Really?
That's a lie. I did it all the way up to S.
S6 for
Four.
me as well.
Really?
I've got them.
The only reason I didn't do S5 and 6 was because of COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
So your schools make you do it?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, the Flying Scotsman's one as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where did we get Flying Dutchman? What is that? I feel like that's a burger.
I feel like
It feels like a
no,
burger.
that must be
Now
one
I'm
as
hungry.
well.
Sorry.
You and your belly. It's enough, mate. It's enough. Anyway, as I was saying before, so us learning these traditional Scottish dances is literally ingrained in the education system. So like you do it from primary school all the way up to high school to a certain point. I stopped in like third year, but it would be called social dance.
Yeah.
And if you know me, I'm traumatized by it because no one ever wanted to dance with me.
Oh my gosh, I remember my Christmas party, I came in like literally a minute late and apparently everyone was already coupled up, so I had to dance with the teacher.
Oh,
Jill. Or for me, traumatized, yeah. Like all the people that no one wanted to dance to would just be dance with would just be left at the end, and then we'd
Yeah.
get coupled up, and my self-esteem was already this much because I went to a predominantly white high school and was one of the only black people in the year anyway. I was honestly the only consistent one. By 6th year there was 2 of us, but it was just me from first to 6th year. Why am I forgetting what that's called? Anyway, so within social dance you learn like your traditional dances like the Gay Gordons and the Flying Scotsman.
Yeah.
There's so many.
There's so many, but you learn them all, and then we would do it before our Christmas dance.
Yeah.
And you would do them at your Christmas dance, but each year you would do it, and for me it was like PE. That was your PE.
Yeah, that was your PE time.
Traumatizing, but I will never forget it. It's like riding a bike.
I like though when we were older, they like let us choose our partners. Because before, no, not like that. And like you didn't have to be boy girl. It could be.
We had to.
No, like because like from primary.
Then I started lying and saying for religious reasons I couldn't dance with men. It's not true. It's not the truth. I just wanted to save myself from embarrassment. I'm not even joking, bro.
No,
anyway.
Why did you tell me that before?
From primary 1 until I'm pretty sure S3, it was boy girl. But then once we got to like, in S3 we were like, can we just pick your own?
Nah, for us it was different because we had hella girls in my year, like,
fair.
so it was like never balanced.
It was so
fair.
like,
No,
I feel like that should be illegal. No, guys, my anxiety and like self-esteem literally hit the floor because no one would ever want to dance with me ever.
I partnered with this one boy who smoked quite a bit, and I was quite sad.
Ooh, don't. Anyway,
Oh my goodness.
we don't.
But yeah, as I was saying, so at the what's that called again? Summer school. We had a Kaylee that day, and also they played like the bagpipes. The bagpipes.
I thought you were gonna say the Bible.
The bagpipes, which is a Scottish. I'm sure it's a Scottish instrument, right?
It is. I want to say Scottish Irish.
Yeah, because they also have them in Ireland.
Because
I feel like it's slightly different. Like the sound is a bit different for the Irish one, but it's basically the same thing.
I don't know, but they play that as well, and it's like a good time. And everyone else that wasn't Scottish or didn't really do social dancing at school, like, oh my god, how do you know how to do all these dances? I'm like,
we've been practicing since we're 5 years old. Like, we've had no choice. We have to learn this.
And but you know, the older I got, I really did enjoy like the fact that I knew how to do all those dances, and then when you do go to a Kaylee or like an event or whatever and they do play it and you just get into it, like everyone's having such a good time.
This is when I exit the chat. I don't like it. I associate all that with trauma. I just can't. I can't. If you get up, tell me right now, do the Gay Gordons, I think I might just shut down. I think I might just have a break then. I'm not even joking.
I quite like, not in primary, I didn't like it in primary.
Now,
Beginning of high school I didn't really like either because I was getting to know everyone.
That being said, I can kind of understand if people ask us like silly questions because there is a lot of things that are different between England and Scotland. So like, maybe I shouldn't roast the person that asked me if we have different passports. Maybe when we become independent, if we ever do, maybe we might have different passports. But there is a lot of differences. Like, I think the biggest difference is schooling, for example. Like, I think primary schools are kind of the same, but like English people,
they start at reception. Like our primary one is their reception,
which is such an odd concept to me.
Yeah, and we go primary 1 to primary 7. I think they go to like
they go reception and they go year 1 to 6.
Yeah,
but it's the same.
It's still 7 years, but their primary one is called reception.
Yeah, so like in Scotland it's P1.
Did they not start earlier as well?
No, it's the same age. It's
really?
it's just reception. It's like a separate to primary for some reason, but you learn the same things you do here in primary 1.
Oh. I don't know why y'all have to be different. Yeah, and then high school. Well, first of all, because my cousins I get roasted all the time because they would be like, "Why don't you call it high school?" We up here call it high school. Y'all would call it secondary. It's high school. Okay, but there's other major differences, such as also forgetting. Even little stuff like paying for your prescription, we don't do that up here.
Yeah, you pay for everything. You have to pay for your tuition to uni.
The biggest one, yeah. I was just about to say, we can go to uni for free.
If you have been in the education system in Scotland for 3 years or more, you go to uni for free.
Your undergrad. Anything above that is on your head. No, you don't need to.
I don't pay my PhD. They pay for
that's 4 years.
They pay for one. No, but even if they said because I went on SAS, they pay for 1 year of PhD and 2 years of masters.
Yeah, for some courses.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say not for everyone. Well, it depends what you want to be, but like higher education is free. up here, so that's one thing our parents ate with by moving.
To go to uni.
That's why they need international students.
And that's why a whole nother debacle, but we're not about to get on our soapbox and talk about the academic snobbery that exists within Edinburgh.
Oh my
Which
God.
I went there.
I'm so happy I never went to school in Edinburgh, I'm not gonna lie. You scare me.
Why? What?
Even when I walk around Edinburgh, sometimes when I see like school students outside, I'm like,
Fam,
"Oh,
you
sorry."
grew up in Fife.
Yeah.
It's so rich of her to say she's afraid when y'all grew up in Fife.
What?
Fife is a scary place.
No, it's not.
Now, to describe what Fife is.
Wait, I didn't realise you've not even properly explained.
Oh, where we
Like,
grew
where-
up.
We're just like
So
talking
if
and I'm like, oh.
you guys are confused, I'll go first because I've decided I'll go first. So I moved to Edinburgh when I was 4 years old, and I've lived here ever since. So I was born in Belgium, and then when I was 2 years old, we actually moved to Aberdeen for 2 years, and then we moved down to Edinburgh, and this is where I've grown
Edinburgh's
up.
the capital city.
Yeah, Edinburgh's the capital city of Scotland. If you don't know already, get to know.
A lot of
And
people think
this
it's
is
Glasgow.
I don't blame them. Glasgow's popping. Anyway, so I've grown up here ever since. My little brother was born in Edinburgh, so
Oh my God, I didn't
I'm
know that.
technically Scottish. Well, he's defo Scottish.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I just experience a identity crisis every time. What
I
am
get you. I feel like I was like that for a while. I feel like now I'm just like, I'm Scottish, don't ask me another question.
Okay,
explain
talk about
yourself then.
I was born and bred in Fife. That's right, girls.
You were born in Fife as well?
Yeah.
Wait about.
Kirkcaldy. I was born in Kirkcaldy. What's wrong with y'all?
Nothing.
No, but yeah,
I'm
so, like,
joking.
I was born there. I moved to Buntyler, but I was born in Kirkcaldy, lived in Buntyler for a while, then I moved back to Kirkcaldy.
For context,
They're both little towns. Well, and they're both close to the sea.
Sorry.
I was born in Germany and lived there for a bit, then moved over here. Lived in Kirkcaldy for a wee bit, kind of lived there for most of my life, I'd say, and then like at the end of the first year / beginning of second year of uni, moved to Edinburgh, and that's where I've stayed.
Oh yeah, I moved to West Lothian. I forgot. I moved to West Lothian when I was in 3rd year.
So Zainab and I live in Edinburgh, and
I live just
Latifah lives
outside.
in West Lothian, which is like
Just
30 minutes outside of Edinburgh.
Not even, because Edinburgh starts at the Shell garage next to the bridge. Why do I feel like that? The
Garage.
the train station bridges. It's literally 5 minutes down the road. That's technically where Edinburgh starts. Before you get to the cars bit.
It's slightly outside of Edinburgh, but not
It's in a different region.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
But aren't you guys closer to Glasgow?
No.
Oh.
From our end though, like it's
Yeah, it's closer for me to get to Glasgow than what it would be for you.
Yeah.
But I'm closer to Edinburgh than Glasgow.
no, I mean like it's miles from our
end. Because we also
Well, yeah, it would take me like 30 minutes maybe to get in.
basically live in Musselburgh at this point.
That's a stretch.
I feel like for me, I
Maybe
do.
you live in Muscle.
Yeah, I do.
I don't live in Musselburgh. Anyway, child, that's the point. What other differences is there? There's just big differences. So sometimes when people ask dumb questions, I'm like, okay, I get it, but like sometimes I'm like,
Yeah, some of it's a bit of...
or when people just assume we all speak Gaelic.
Yeah. There's literally only 2 Gaelic schools in Edinburgh.
I didn't need
The
all
rest
of them.
There's Gaelic skills down here?
Yeah, there's 2 in
I
Edinburgh.
thought that was only in the Highlands.
No, there's 2 in Edinburgh and the rest are up in the Highlands.
You know, I feel like it would have been cool if we would all been taught.
I kind of wish it was like Ireland, because in Ireland you get taught Irish.
Same in Wales.
Yeah, you get taught Welsh.
I wish we did. Why don't we learn?
Yeah, because I remember I met like
Scots.
I met a Irish guy, and like he was speaking full on Gaelic when he like met
speaking
me.
fuller in Gaelic.
Full
I said
on
full
Gaelic.
on
I think it's like fuller and Gaelic. I was like, give me your game card. Give me your game card. What do
And I
you
was just
mean?
like, I don't speak Gaelic. I'm from Edinburgh. We don't do that.
But I swear this is historical as well. Why Gaelic? Because like when Scotland first got conquered by like the English and all this stuff. But don't quote me. Go watch William Wallace. Go watch Braveheart or something. I'm not the one to do historical lessons right now. No, but
Didn't like the English Queen come and kill
somebody?
Queen Mary. No, Queen Mary. Queen Mary's. Well, actually, I don't know if this is correct.
She's like according to Rain.
Yeah, I'm
Rain is not historically correct.
Literally, I'm literally about to say
According to Rain, the TV
According
show.
to Rain,
The TV
Mary
show.
Queen of Scots had a baby with an English someone who was high up, and that's how her son, I'm pretty sure his name is James.
James the First.
Yes. Then ended up ruling both.
Scotland and England.
Yes.
But then something happened, and then there's something to do with Protestants
Protestants and
and
Catholics.
This is bad. We should know this. Because I remember being taught this in
I don't.
primary school.
Yeah,
but
same.
I actually don't remember what happened. I remember Mary Queen of Scots got their head chopped off.
Yeah, I went past that, but that castle when I was in
I visited the one in Linlithgow. That's where Quarry.
Wow.
That's where Mary Queen of Scots stayed. And that's
But
Linlithgow is the
never
pub. You might need to bleep
Wait,
this out.
she grew up in Scotland
No, she stayed here for a bit.
before she went to France?
Yeah, no, after.
Yeah, she was.
No, I know she came back.
Yeah,
For
before
a
she got
while.
killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in Linlithgow, you might need to bleep this out. That's where they have the pub called the Black. And they have a statue of a dog, and it's called the Black. We're done.
Oh my god.
That's so random.
No, I can't. It just reminded me because I went to visit, and then it was a statue of a dog, and it was like the Black.
Stop saying it.
Sorry. Good luck trying to bleep that. But
She's like,
yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
I know.
Well, we can work on it. Yeah. So yeah. Welcome to Scotland.
So, what are some of your favourite Scottish foods?
Mine.
Such a good question.
I really like haggis.
Haggis bonbons! So good. Like, it's like little balls of haggis and it's breaded and it comes with like a nice sauce.
I don't think I've ever had that. Oh, have you had a Scotch egg? Is that Scotch egg? When it's got the sausage in the middle?
I thought you said a Scottish egg. I was like, there's no such thing as a Scottish egg.
It's like
A
there's an
Scottish
egg
egg, yeah.
and then there's like beef around
that
it and then
Scottish?
No, I think it's just an English.
I don't know.
Because we
It's
even have that in
interesting.
Sierra Leone.
Really?
Yeah. And they put
I only like the one that my mom
outside.
makes. And then they like bread it and then they fry it.
I remember my parents would make it all the time for Ramadan though.
I only like my mom's one.
And then we
We're going off
couldn't,
topic.
we couldn't figure out how to keep the meat, so my mum would tie string
Oh.
around it to keep the
That's so cute. How did we do it? I forgot. I don't know. Just
Or it's like the you make it.
kebab. Yeah, because now we do it with this
I don't
that
like-
basically on the outside.
I
You don't
don't
like
like
kebab?
it. Don't like it.
What? What don't you
I've
like
never
about it?
had it and I've never.
Well, see, well, you can't say you don't like it. if you've
Well, I
never had
don't
it.
like the ones I've tried.
So
I
you
don't
like
like
it
it.
What don't you like about it?
I just don't like it. Texture is weird
Oh, okay.
in my mouth.
Okay.
Feels weird.
Okay.
Tism.
But you like
Yeah, I was
haggis?
gonna say.
Yeah,
It's literally the same texture.
No, it's different.
What's different?
Haggis is a bit softer.
But you can use a different kind of
So you're gonna cook for me.
She makes a banging one. I'm not gonna lie.
So
She's
you're
really
gonna
banging.
you go make.
I
kibbeh
love.
for me.
I really like.
Guys,
to
how
eat
would you
what I do.
describe kibbeh?
It's like it's beef, like mince, and like a bunch of herbs and booger.
Booger. I was like, what the hell? Booger.
That's the wheat.
That's the
Bulgur wheat.
English name of.
Booger.
Yeah.
It's
Bulgur wheat.
Yeah, they don't say bulgur. Have you ever heard? Have you ever heard a white person say bulgur?
I've never heard
It's
anyone say.
bulgur wheat.
I've never heard that in my life.
You season it up with all these cute wee spices and it's just
Oh my god,
delicious.
slight
And
tangent. Sorry.
you fry it.
You know Tumbi?
No.
Okay, no.
I've heard the name before but I don't remember what
No, because I couldn't remember the English name of it. I was
What
like
is it?
Tumbi, and they're like
What's that?
tamarind.
Tamarind.
I hate it with
Every fibre of my being, I've
The
never
orange one, it's small.
that
No, it's like
It's
got
like-
a thing, and you have to like crack it open, and it's got like
sweet stuff,
stuff
and they
in
like
the
to
middle.
sometimes like is it the Senegalese that like to eat it with chips?
Yeah.
I don't like it
I don't know what
because
you're talking
I
about.
think
And we were in the
it
shop, and I was like Tumbi, and they're like, "What's Tumbi?" And I was like, "I can't remember the English name of this."
it's tamarind. I
Tamarind.
don't like
Anyway,
tamarind.
it's such a tangent.
I know, we've gone completely off the Scotch
we
foods.
were
Mine
just
is haggis.
we were just praising ourselves for not going off on a tangent, and then went on the tangent. My favourite Scottish food, I love a mince and tatties. What is mince and tatties? Mince
Potatoes.
and potatoes. The simplicity of it,
Yeah.
but it makes so much sense.
It does, it's
That
fine.
used to be my favourite school dinner.
Yeah, and I used to
Oh,
like
fish and chips.
stovies. I've not had it in a while.
Oh,
but
stovies are
stovies
beautiful.
fine.
What's the stovie?
Is it potato?
Why is everything tatties based?
Cause
Because
we
it's
grow up here.
good. It's good.
We grow it up here.
That's the only thing we can grow up here.
Good.
What?
What do
Please
you get
stop.
out of
I know, you're
potatoes?
shaking the whole time.
What do you get out of potatoes?
Nothing.
No,
They're not that great
no, like
for you.
body wise, like
Carbs?
carb wise. Yeah,
Right.
like
They
where
are
we
carbs.
do rice, they do potatoes.
Potatoes. That's like a
So
staple.
yeah, so stovies is mashed tatties with corned beef fruit.
Oh,
Is it
yes.
potatoes or is it like parsnips or something?
It is potatoes. There's no way that's
Potatoes.
parsnips.
Let's look this
I
up.
hate parsnips.
What does
Ooh,
a parsnip
it's like when
look
you
like?
roast dinner, you get a parsnip.
What does a parsnip look like?
It's like a white carrot.
It's potato.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
So that's they look better to
Onion.
me.
Yeah, they don't look great.
Or have you had a green?
Have you had it in a
carrot.
sandwich?
No.
What? Stovies in a sandwich. Slaps. Like,
I could
that's
see
the
it
filling.
working. You know, I put everything in
I
a
feel
sandwich.
like having potato with bread just doesn't sit right to me. Like
Well,
I've done
well,
it,
but
but
yeah,
like,
but
it just feels like too much.
You know how they like to, like, Sierra Leoneans like to, like, fry potato, like, as chips, but they're not chips.
Yeah, they're like circular.
And then they have, like, fry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they put it in bread.
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Well.
It's because we're fuller.
we put everything in
Shit.
bread.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know. You're nice.
Hey God.
But yeah. What else is... I'm Scottish.
What's yours? Oh,
Stovies.
yeah.
Stovies.
I do like stovies. I like haggis.
I do like haggis, and everyone's like, ew. I said, we're African, we also eat cow belly.
Why did you have to say
that? I love it.
Don't like it.
I like it
But
if
I
it's like soft.
No, but like my thing is,
My
people
mum
are like,
is
oh, do you know
Polish,
what? I could smell it.
Smell it.
Anyway.
I love it.
But it's like when people are like, oh, do you know what's black pudding?
Oh yeah.
You know what?
I know that
I
is.
do quite like.
But is
that.
isn't that an English thing too?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, tatty
What's in
scones. Tatty scones.
I love a tatty scone.
I put everything in
I
a
feel
sandwich.
like having potato with bread just doesn't sit right to me. On a sausage roll, not a literal
Wait,
sausage
is that
roll.
the flat thing?
Yeah,
Oh.
They don't
I love a
have that in
tatty
England.
scone. I love a tatty
They don't
scone
have it there.
on a link sausage roll or a square sausage roll with ketchup.
On or do you put it?
No, like in it. Like in the so you have
In
the
the
roll.
sausage?
You have you have the roll.
Oh.
You have link sausage or a square sausage. Then you have a tatty scone. Then you have the top of the roll.
You made it sound like the sausage and then they cut it in half. And put the potatoes.
I
God.
think that was just your brain.
That's how I understood it. I was like, why would you do
No,
that?
I used to have that every day at lunch. Not at lunch.
I've not
every
had it enough,
in
you know.
school.
What, a tatty scone?
Yeah.
It's a really good like part of like a breakfast thing.
Yeah, it's.
I've had it
it
like one or two times, but every time I've had it, I was like, yeah, but like I don't know what it is.
It's just potato.
How would you describe
I don't
iron brew though? Because I remember when I was in America and I was talking about iron brew and they're like, what does it taste like? And I'm like, it just tastes like
Very
iron
fizzy.
brew, bro.
I don't know. I don't even know what's
It's
in
like
it.
it's like
It's a secret recipe.
ginger slash.
Where are you getting ginger
Carroty
from?
Ginger. Like if you were to say ginger,
Let me
I'd
look
say
it up.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew ain't ginger neither.
No, Mountain Dew has like a gingery aftertaste.
What flavors? Iron brew.
Cream
Orangey,
soda.
lemony.
What? No, it's not.
Bubblegummy. Yes.
I get a tinge of bubblegummy.
No. To be
Guys,
fair, I've not had iron brew.
If you have the chance to drink iron brew, just drink it.
and a what's it called? The shortbread.
Shortbread's like
Shortbread.
Oh.
And I take shortbread down
with
to
a cup
England
of
when I
tea.
take it. Oh yeah.
Mm.
I
Oh!
saw how it falls apart.
Hey, we've not discussed the water topic. Why does English water that you drink from the tap taste like medicine?
It's
I've
smell like
never
doo-doo.
drank English.
I'm joking.
I've never had English.
When
water
I
from
go
the
to
tap.
England and I shower, my body actually reacts. No cap.
I get a rash from that. I literally get a rash. I come back from London every I try to start taking medicine like when I go
Oh
down.
my god.
What is in the water? It's insane.
No, it's really
insane.
bad. Like,
I remember I had family that used to come and visit, and they used to take bottles of the water, like in Scotland, to bring it back down to England because we can actually drink our tap water.
yeah, we've got really clean water. It comes straight from the
I don't even know. It tastes like lime scale, bruv. Like their water tastes.
No, but to be
off.
honest, even when I came, like
Why
when
are
I
you
moved,
whispering?
sorry. When I moved from
honest.
When I moved from Kirkcaldy to Edinburgh, like I could taste the difference in the water as well. Like the water tastes more lime scaly over here. Yeah.
Well, I don't know for you.
We just have really clean water.
But it's
Oh,
clean.
it's
It's like,
water.
like even when I think about like the River Thames, the fact that people actually jump into that is disgusting. That's brown water.
Not too much now.
It's brown water. Why are you putting your body in that?
Not too much now. Not too much.
Don't
But
know
yeah,
about
the water, that's crazy. You
Right.
guys might think we're being crazy, but genuinely, there's actually such a big difference.
There
There's
is.
a mad difference, and y'all don't even know. And then also, culturally as well, like, the access to, like, ethnic stores up here. Like,
But no, I feel
not to
like-
say anything, but we weigh plantain up here. In London, it's 3 for £1 or like £1.20.
Yeah.
They weigh it.
Yeah.
How are you gonna weigh yam? Do you know how big yam is? How would you? Why are you weighing the yam?
No, I know.
But they weigh it.
They do.
Maybe now there's more like Asian shops and like Nigerian shops or like ethnic shops now, but there was just a specific part of Edinburgh where you could get all that stuff.
Yeah. I feel like
We don't have a Peckham.
No. We have a few shops that are like if you go to Glasgow you can get a few. If you're in Edinburgh, my mum found one in Perth.
That's crazy.
So yeah, there's a few in different places, but it's not like when you go down to like London or Birmingham and they're like everywhere. Like there's
that's
no.
because there's more.
I know,
but like even still, like
make
we
it
don't
more
have
accessible or at least cheaper.
No, and then they start being like, we can send it online.
Like even now they're selling them on like Asda and Sainsbury's.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like I'm just like, wait, what's okra doing here?
No, that's true. In Asda, in the world's food section, in the frozen bit, you can buy your okra, but
you can get supermarkets.
And they have yam.
Yeah. And they've got to make pap, cornmeal.
Oh my god,
They
yeah.
have that in Sainsbury's.
Can you make that?
That's such
In our heads.
question. Why do you ask me? I can't even bowl it, bruv. I don't know. I know something.
Can you make that?
I've never really attempted to make the whole thing by myself.
I can make it.
I know how to make it, like the process.
Yeah, like pre-bowl it for me. That's safe. I can make the white. Oh, is it still recording? Okay, cool. I can make the you know the white one. The rice pap.
pink one, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I like it, but I don't
like
have
it.
it.
I don't like
Sometimes
that.
people like to put lemon in that
I
one
do.
as well
I
in
do.
the rice.
But if I'm planning to add yogurt to it, I don't.
I've never had it with yogurt.
It's so busted.
Anyway,
tangent again. I thought it'd be funny to discuss like Scottish words,
Scottish slang.
but like I want us to take it back to when we were younger, because some of the slangs that we used to use have been phased out. But we were having a conversation about this the other day, and I literally got triggered. I was like, it like unlocked a part of my brain. I was like, we don't say that anymore. So I'm gonna start off with one. Yeah, that's like I think people still say it to this day, and then we'll work our way backwards. Patched.
Yeah, dinged.
What?
We see.
Wait, you can't just say a word and not say what it means.
No, so like, it doesn't matter. I was talking to someone and I was like, oh yeah, I got patched. And they were like, what does that mean? And I was like, oh, you don't know what that means? Like patched? I just assumed that he knew what he meant, but he didn't. Patched is the same as aired. It's being ignored. Yeah, it's being ignored. We up here would say patched and not aired, unless you're like...
I feel like dinged and patched kind of go hand
So
in hand.
before there was patched, there was dinged.
I never dinged before in my life.
So like in primary school, I remember that a lot, or even early high school, you'd be like, oh, he dinged me, she dinged me, that is to be ignored. It's the same idea as patched.
Yeah.
Yeah. But dinged was just funny, because listen to the word dinged. But we used to say it all the time. Honestly. What else? Or even things like saying that. I don't really say that, but it's common. Like
I say it a lot. Like when I go down to London, like my cousins always pick up on it. They're like, aye, and I'm like,
let's see. But I swear I've never heard you say that.
I say it a lot.
Yeah, she laughs as a joke.
Yeah, I don't think you're doing it seriously.
No, I tend to do it, or like you know,
she'd be like, oh hi.
Oh,
sometimes I do it not realizing that I've done it. Like I feel like I don't do it much here, but I tend to do it when I'm not in Scotland.
Why?
I don't. I honestly don't know. I feel like I try not to have say a lot of slang words when I'm not in Scotland, but I feel like they tend to come out more when
it depends who I'm around. If I'm at uni all day, I literally will sound like this. Like,
I love.
You know, I
at uni.
Yeah.
I don't know, something happened, and like obviously I feel like when you're exposed at uni, like there's a lot of different people there that are not just from Scotland, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know, something surprising happened, and then I just went nah. I mean, like everyone turned around and looked at me like, no, you can just say that, like that's something you say as like a 5-year-old. But
you say it all the time.
you'd be like nah, you'd be like yeah, nah.
Teacher's just like, shut up.
I'm like nah.
That was so funny. You know what? I feel like I don't even think about it as like a child thing, just because you say it so often.
Yeah.
That I'm just used to
Still here with you.
Yeah, wait, 100%. What else did we used to say or still say? I don't know. Now that we've already gone over the whole winched thing, but that's genuinely a West London thing.
I've never heard of that.
I just don't like the word.
weird.
It sounds so disgusting.
It's given witch. It's given witch. It is, but that's such a West Lothian thing. So if you've already forgotten, winched is to kiss someone, which is
also the same as pulling.
Oh no, this is gonna make me cringe so bad. I'm not saying that word.
Let me see. Ken what I mean?
Ah! You can know what I'm talking about.
What does Ken mean?
I know.
To know. It's
Yeah,
to
no,
know,
it means
to know something.
Like to know.
Get what I mean? And you're like, yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
I say I.
I. Get what I mean?
Aye.
What else?
Okay, what
Our
are we
parents
talking
must have suffered here, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just actually deep in it. When our parents first came, they actually must have suffered.
No, but I
slightly.
always love seeing like when people come up from England and they're walking about shops and they're like, what did they say? Or like whenever, like we're also quite friendly. Like I feel like when my cousin came up the first time, we were like on a walk and I just started, I was like, oh hi Anne, they're like, oh hi Anne, how are you? What's going on? And I'm like, and she was like, well, do you know her? And I was like, no. And she's like, why'd you say hi then? I was like, because I'm being nice.
Yeah, I feel like Scottish people are friendly.
Yeah, I hate going down to England sometimes and I'm like, why are you making such strong eye contact with me? But then you give me a dirty look if I smile at you.
I feel like Scottish people can be very sarcastic as well, and I feel like that's why people sometimes they feel like they're not as friendly, but they're just being funny.
But I feel like we've all had an experience with a junkie, right? Mad. You've all had an experience with a junkie. You've been at a bus stop and they give you a day ticket or something because they're not using it anymore.
Yeah.
It happens to me all the time.
Or you sit down next to you and
hey, I'm done with it. They do need it. I was like,
like, thank you.
I've done that. I've had that with like a car, like if you go to like a shopping centre and you park your car and then you have to like get a ticket that sits on your. Someone will be like, oh, I've still got an hour left on this if you want it. And I'm like, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've all had that experience.
Yeah, we're very nice here. Unlike some of these.
But that's so true. So I feel like I'm attacking English people this entire time, but it's so true that when there was a whole thing being like English girls are scary. Like black English girls are like intimidating. Yes, you are.
Thank you. To be fair, I've met a lot of you, and these are really nice.
But at first
glance, I feel like if someone doesn't break the ice, I'm actually scared you're gonna beat me up.
Because
sometimes.
up here, because there's not lots of us, if usually when black people see each other, we'll do it like a smile.
Yeah.
Like
Not here. No.
No, we'll
First of all,
acknowledge each other.
in the capital city, yeah.
Okay, maybe not.
Yous are not doing that. Like
That
when
is
we
true,
moved here,
actually. That is very
everyone
true.
just stares at you. Or
That
like
is so-
once
that
they're
is
done
so
staring,
true.
they just kind of like don't even give you a look. Because I used to be like, oh, they're like, you know, hiya, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like when we were in fight, people were a bit nicer. I got here and everyone just keeps on walking and you didn't even see me, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
like,
sorry.
whoa.
But that intensifies in England.
Yeah, I don't like
Yes.
no, but my only problem with it is like I don't mind if you don't want to have like any type of thing. That's fine, but I just don't like it when you keep eye contact with me for like such a long amount of time, and if I smile at you, you make a problem. And I'm like, but you're looking at me. Like, what do you want
At
me to
least
do?
acknowledge me.
No, because like no, they literally be walking. They're like,
No. They get a
and then
good
I'm
look
like,
at you.
and then I'm like, well,
A
but
good look
I
at
feel
you.
uncomfortable, so now I'm gonna smile, and I smile, and you give me the dirtiest look, and now I feel like I need to run away.
In Edinburgh.
No, in England.
Oh yeah, in England. Yeah.
Another word that's quite Scottish is we.
Wee.
Like a wee
yeah,
bit.
Wee lassie.
Wee bit. A wee lassie.
Because it's the same as tiny.
Lassie.
Yeah,
Oh
lassie's
yeah,
girl.
girl.
Or Spice Girl.
The way she said that automatically.
Ghetto.
I love
Or
how
people
you
say
said ghetto.
So Latifah and I will say girl. Zainab will say ghetto. And Deepa, she's been here less time and she sounds more Scottish than me and Latifah
It's
put
so
together.
funny.
It's such a weird experience.
I love it though.
That's so
Or
funny.
like even the first video of the Hattie Penny.
Or like even like
That's crazy.
what's the other one? I'm trying to think. Or like Hoos. I feel like Hoos.
Oh, Hoos, yeah.
Oh.
House.
Baltic. It's absolutely
Yeah.
Baltic
outside, yeah.
Freezing.
What else?
There's this one. Get to.
Get to.
Get to.
Explicit word at the end. So they get to.
Get to.
Beep.
Yeah, it basically means like get out, like basically get on my sight.
What else?
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Scottish people swearing or like Scottish people insulting you is the funniest thing ever.
Funny.
I've never seen
the worst
such like
With so much vicious.
yeah, literally the way
viciousness.
they will like attack someone,
Yeah.
not physically, but no,
I mean that
or
too.
verbally, but like when they do it, it's hilarious as well. Like I just can't. It's just the words that are being used that I just can't help but laugh.
And it's the way everything's pronounced. It's quite funny because like even when we do
Just
say,
listen to her speech.
John, you gotta make me.
She was like, even the way words are pronounced.
Yeah, like you know how it's, like for instance that like just if they're like even Sweden, it just sounds so funny.
Just getting more and more.
Sweden.
Sweden. If you could change your fate, would ya? If you don't know where that's from, it's from Brave, the only like
The only
Princess Scottish film you'll probably see.
I love that though. I'm not gonna lie, the depiction of Scottish accent was actually bang on in that.
No, it was.
I was
It really
expecting
was.
to a bit of like Shrek.
That's
But
like
the
10
only
minutes of
thing,
it.
like,
You've not watched Brave?
Not Philly. And I'm not saying Frozen either.
What?
Disney card revoked.
Literally.
See, yeah.
If I go to Disneyland, don't even think about me taking you.
First of all, do you know all the words to The Lion King?
Which one?
Ooh.
Which
What
song?
part?
She ain't
What
with
about
that.
it? Okay, what about Nemo?
Which you can't just say it like
Finding
movie.
Nemo?
Which one?
There's only one.
Oh
Finding
yeah, and then there's
Nemo.
foreign in there.
Okay.
Okay, we're tangenting. So
Sorry.
what is one thing you appreciate about growing up in Scotland as a black person? Because I know there's things we can say we didn't appreciate. Let's start on the positives. Like, what is one thing you actually was like, oh, I'm actually glad I grew up here? Hey,
To be honest,
there's so much
no.
silence. Oh
Okay,
my god.
I can start.
Okay, go on,
It
Sam.
actually hasn't been bad on my end. I can't speak for everybody. I feel like I've had quite positive experiences. Of course, you like bump into the 1 or 2 or 3 or 50 ignorant people
Or 50.
sometimes.
Okay,
but
pause. Yesterday in my neighbourhood, someone wrote the N-word big on a thing. So yeah, continue. Ignorancy. Yeah.
oh my god! But like,
Ignorancy.
but like no, like ignorant people that may say ignorant things and stuff like that, and may assume things about you just because you've not opened your mouth yet. So they just like think, oh, you know. I'm not gonna say too much on that, but other than that, like I've met a lot of people that are super friendly. Scottish people are so helpful.
Yeah.
Like they'll try and help you out in any way, shape or form. I feel like I can just say that from my end. That's what I've received.
I ain't even saying no.
I feel like growing up, I've had like a banging childhood for most of my life. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I really like that we have a lot of greenery.
oh yeah.
Oh my.
Oh my god, and we grew up near the beach. And stuff like that.
I could I could go 10 minutes down the road and I'm at a beautiful beach. 5 minutes up the road is a massive park. Had a great childhood. I was always outside more or less. Like, don't get me wrong, I was a Disney child. I was always watching TV. But I had like a good balance.
I'm specifically to Scotland. Screw TV. Why
BBC, see BBC!
Shh. Why are you happy to have grown up in Scotland as a black
Because
person?
I liked being, like, I feel like growing up, I didn't really see that much differences, if I'm honest. Like, my
Okay.
friends are my friends.
Okay.
Where I went to play is where I went to play.
Okay.
Who I grew up with is who I grew up with. Like, I feel like when I was younger, me being black and me being Scottish wasn't necessarily two different things.
You were just.
It was just...
You were just I feel like as well, like, because of where we grew up, I feel like Kirkcaldy is like a small town and stuff like that. Like, you'd go to the same shops, go to the same places, you know, the
and
same type of
everyone knows
people.
everyone.
Like, everyone's just.
And I also
chill.
feel like our families made it, like, really... Like, made such a big effort to make sure that we also had our community within, like, the black community. Like, I feel like we were always doing stuff. So to me, I've always kind of just felt like I am who I am and I'm just kind of chilling with everyone. Like, I've not really had any... Well, I had, but... like, I feel like I was very naive to a lot of things that may or may not have happened.
And you think that? Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say I think
No, but
you guys. I think
fancy
you
shelters.
guys until quite recently, like I want to say like 5 years ago. I think.
7.
I think up until that point, I think you guys experienced like a type of shelteredness.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, you know, lucky for some.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I'm not saying growing up in Edinburgh, like, I can look back and still say I had a good childhood, but I was very aware of my blackness. Like, like that, it was very apparent that I was different. Let me think about what I'm trying to say. It's been... I appreciate growing up here because I think I'm authentically myself. Obviously, growing up in school, like at certain points, I think I did want to be white. Sue me. Because it just felt like the easier thing to do. I just really wanted to fit in because I was the only one that was different.
That's all you want to do as a child.
Yeah, you just want to fit in.
Yeah.
So I think I internalized a lot of like things I didn't like about myself, like from a young age. Like some of them I didn't like my hair. I didn't like.
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
We have a whole episode. Anyway, I didn't like my hair. I didn't like the fact I was different. Like I remember being younger and asking my dad, like, why are we black? Why aren't we like the rest of them?
I remember children asking me like keep in mind I'm like 10 as well. Like I'm like I don't know.
I've
Why
only got
I'm
that
black?
recently from kids.
No.
Like,
Like how did you turn out like that?
they'll be like, huh, why is your skin brown? And I'm like,
Yeah, I feel like
So I don't know. Not that. Like to deal with now, I can sit back and look at it. It's just people being ignorant and people. But
Yeah.
like at the time when I used to get silly questions like, "Why are your lips so big?"
Yeah, why does your nose look like that?
Or like, what color do your bruises go?
I've had that.
I felt attacked. Now I can be over.
We're talking about blood.
No.
Oh yeah.
So I remember like a teacher was like, "Oh my god, I wasn't expecting it to be that." What?
Teacher said,
I was like, what?
I was like, what do you mean?
Or like going through like certain thing, like.
I didn't say that.
Like going through certain things and like certain incidents and stuff like in P2, like being called like a black cow and all this, like things had happened.
Primary 2, that's like 6 years old.
Yeah, exactly. That's terrible, right? So like, I was very much aware of my blackness.
Yeah.
So that's why even now, maybe it's like, that's why now when people are like, are you Scottish? Like I want to say so, but for a period of time, I don't think I was considered.
And maybe that's why you feel a bit reluctant, like
to actually say
I feel like
Scottish,
a lot of
from
people,
a period, because like in a way we don't fit what a Scottish person's meant to look.
I feel like us saying that we're Scottish, some people are gonna relate, and I feel like a lot of people are gonna be like, what do you mean?
No, some people are either gonna be like, yeah, me too, and be in the same boat as us, and some people are not gonna like the fact we consider ourselves Scottish, because there is people like that. But I feel like from a young age, that's why when people ask me, oh, you Scottish, like it toys with me, because like I want to say so, but for a part of my life, I wasn't treated as if I was. So that's why now, I hesitate. Like I'm grown now, and I'm obviously not the same like 11-year-old I was, whatnot. But like it's still a bit like, am I? Because for a little bit of time, I was treated as other. For such a long time on forums and all this stuff, you tick the box other. We don't, guys. It's not until recently we have a box that says Black Scottish. So for such a long time, we don't feel seen. Hence making this podcast too. Like, there's so many Black Scottish people, but it's like. And there's been so many, even throughout history, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember, and I probably should have read this up before I came, but like, we have been here a while.
Yeah.
And I don't know about y'all, I feel invisible. We've got no representation really in the media.
No, yeah.
We've got no representation in terms of like social like influencers or all this stuff. Hardly. Like, the only Black Scottish person I can say is widely known is probably like Shweety Gatwa.
Yeah.
Big up you. Love Doctor Who, by the way. Yeah, but like apart from that, like, and certain like, what's his name, Sir? Oh, I've forgotten his name. He's like a academic. Sir something. He's a Sir Jeff.
I don't know.
Jeffrey something. Okay, see, but he's like a really well-spoken academic person. He does lectures all the time. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is like, I struggle to say I'm Black and Scottish because I feel like they've not even accepted that.
Fair, yeah.
I feel like in the eyes of like everything, I feel like we're still unheard of. It's still a shock to people, even though we've been here for even I don't know if she will want me to drop her name, but she's been here for like 80 years. She's been here since she was 25. Do you know what I mean?
I think since the 60s.
Yeah, she's been here. She had all of her children here, all of them. Like, so like, I don't know. I struggle because I'm like, we've had no representation. There's no mention of us in Scottish history.
I also feel like I feel like when people in the UK as a whole sometimes talk about like racism stuff as well, I feel like in other places, I'm not saying that it's not in Scotland, but I feel like in other places it's very like all or nothing in a sense. Like it's very like in your face, like it's very obvious that you're being racist to someone.
Yeah.
I feel like in Scotland a lot of the time it's, what's the word? It's
covert.
It's like covert. It's very covert. Like a lot of the time, unless you pick up on things like instantly, like because you've heard it so many times, you're not gonna know straight away. And a lot of people are like, oh, but they never said this. They never said the N word. I'm like, just because you never said the N word doesn't mean you're not being racist.
Not being racist, and I think that's what makes it harder for us to distinguish what is racist. Because, like, for example, in like England, we've had so many cases of like, even in schools and things, like the whole like hair thing, or like children of color being like obviously discriminated against.
Oh my!
What is going on? Can they relax?
And I can tell you exactly who it is as well.
Anyway, but like up here, certain situations will happen, and you have to actually take a step back and be like, was that racist or was that just like?
And so many things. It's just a joke. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, if you can't take the humor.
And then also when certain things would happen, like in high school and things like that, like they are racist, whatever. There was one time we had to substitute. I've told the story already. If you followed me on my YouTube channel, you would have heard this already. But anyway, when I was in high school, we had a substitute teacher, and she was Black, and I was so excited because for the first time ever, I'd been taught by a person who looks like me. Yeah. Another thing, never been taught by a Black person until uni. I have one Black lecturer, Yeah, like for our primary
I am
school.
too!
Okay, see? Wow. And I feel like that's important too, but I digress slightly. So we had a substitute teacher and she was black and she was quite older, so I was excited because I was like, oh, first time. Every time she spoke, people would make monkey noises at her.
That's insane.
Like, all the time. And like, it never got really addressed. Like, the people got excluded for like 2 days and then came back and then nothing. But in that moment, I was like, if that's how you think towards her, what do you think of me?
Yeah.
And I'm one of the only black people. At that point, I think I was on my own. Like, I was the only black person in the year. And these are my fellow, like, peers making monkey noises at her. I'm like, what do you guys think of me? So I don't know if it's me internalizing that. I'm going to say trauma. It's trauma to an extent. I don't know if me internalizing that now makes me hesitant to fully just be like, yeah, I'm black and Scottish. Because I've seen the way I've been treated, and I see what other black people have also been treated, and I know I can't paint everyone the same way because not everyone's like that, and I'm definitely not saying that.
Yeah.
But internalizing that, it makes me. I feel like I'm stuck in a limbo. I don't know what I am. So that's why when people ask me, I just tell them my backstory, and you make whatever you want me to.
You make your own.
You make your own decision.
Yeah.
But
I feel like my ethnicity and nationality, it has been a bit of like. I feel like when I was younger, not as much, but once I got to like late high school, I've always been a bit like, I don't know. But then because I know that everyone is fishing for like, no, where are you really from? I'm automatic. I will stop it. I will stop it. I will say I'm Scottish. I'm from Kirkcaldy. That's it. Like I'm not saying anything else. You can figure out the rest if you want. Because sometimes I'm like, even like, don't get me wrong. I'm very proud to be a Sierra Leonean. I love that. But why is that your business if I'm Sierra Leonean? I've told you I'm Scottish. Why else do you need to know? Because if I ask you now, are you
I
Irish?
hate to play the devil's advocate, but what if they just actually want to know?
No, I know, but like, no, I
like,
don't like all the No, but some people, it's the way you
They
ask.
do ask, yeah,
I'm like,
true.
some people, I'm like, I'm not answering the question because the way you ask.
Yeah.
Like,
Where are you from? Originally. My mom's womb. How about that?
No, really, because you don't ask the same questions. Like, you wouldn't ask someone, oh, are you originally Irish?
Yeah, you.
Like, that's not a question that gets asked.
From.
Yeah, like, no, you're Scottish, but like,
where are your
actually
parents from?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I can answer
Because
that.
They're like London.
Yeah.
No, literally.
I'm
Like,
sorry, like, boy, Jaboo. They'll be like,
like you never,
No.
it's never the other way around. Which sometimes I'm like, but then what is the point? Because you're not fully Scottish either. It's like you are also from somewhere else as well. Like your family's from somewhere else, and you were born in Scotland, same as me.
I just have a mad identity crisis every time. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to have a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
I just want to belong.
Yeah,
somewhere.
I feel like that's another reason why like a lot of us say that like Scotland is our home, we would say, but like we also don't see ourselves necessarily staying here.
Yeah.
Just because like a lot of the time, as much as we love it, we also feel like a lot of people don't want me here. So like, and like as much as I like that's the one thing I've talked to so many people about this. I was like, Scotland has been my only home.
Yeah.
And like to think about leaving is so weird to me. 'Cause I'm like, I don't know where I'd go, but at the same time, I couldn't see myself
You're like, I
staying
have to
here
leave.
forever. Just because I'm like, I know for a fact that I'm never gonna be fully a part of the community.
Yeah.
Or like
even
fully accepted.
Yeah.
And
Like-
that's because we're black. Sorry.
I can't change it.
Like
No.
even when you were saying earlier about like people like saying comments and stuff, and you were like, "What?" You're like,
Yeah, you literally.
because like
side-eye.
you literally triggered a memory. I feel like I just have the worst memory in life. So like all the traumatic things that do happen,
block
I
it
just
out,
and then people are like, "Wait, but didn't this happen to you? Didn't that?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah!" But you know, we move and life goes on. But like even when you did say that, and like people would say like little comments, and you're just like, and you're like, "But and then they're like, "Yeah, but it's not the
Not the
same.
same.
Yeah,
It's
or
not
not
the
you.
same. It's not you though. You're different."
It's the
Yeah.
ones in Africa with flies on their face. That could have been me.
I remember in primary school, like actively, I made a PowerPoint document, like a PowerPoint presentation about Sierra Leone, and I literally showed pictures of like my family houses and stuff. I was like, I actually refuse for all of you to believe that I'm poor. I was like, I'm really sorry, but I don't like the way that like when it comes to like you're talking about like UNICEF and is it UNICEF?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then everyone's
Mary's meal.
yeah, and then everyone automatically is like,
Then when they talk about like some of the poorest countries in Africa, and then they'd be like, Sierra Leone, everyone turns on
Everyone's
like,
like,
and you know they give you that face when they're like,
and I'm like, you've got poor people here as well.
But
What are
guys,
you looking at me like that
this is
for?
gonna
that,
sound.
how else are they going to help? Like,
No, I
This is
know.
gonna sound slightly like controversial, yeah. But are you not tired of like having to prove yourself?
yeah,
Yeah.
Like I
And
can't lie.
everything.
You have to prove yourself.
you have to be amazing at
And
everything.
I hate the fact
or you
that
for example, even you going into a PowerPoint talking about that was you proving the fact that
yeah.
why? Like
It's
why am I
even
always
the fact
fighting
that we
that?
have to tell our younger siblings or younger cousins like you need to do certain things in life because no matter where you get, someone who has way less than you is gonna get better
more,
than you.
yeah.
And like I hate that I have to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Why do I have to tell you that?
You know when you said the thing about the presentation, it actually reminded me of this time as well. We had to do a similar one. Am I not? I can't hear.
Like you're speaking really quietly.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Can't you hear me?
What do your listeners? I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry to yours. But basically, we had to do a presentation as well. It was like a quick thing. It was like a quick task, and there was some countries up there, and one of them was Sierra Leone. So I was like, okay, I'll do it, and I'll show like the differences. Like, yes, you can get like what they call it, those type of like houses made of like you know how you have favelas.
Oh, like the shacks. Like
Yeah, like shacks.
Yeah.
And then but you also have like grand houses, especially in Freetown, right? I'm just good because that's where I like mainly go. In Freetown.
Especially in Freetown.
Especially.
Obviously,
And then the teacher was like, yeah, but you don't really get that over there. And I'm like, no.
Who told you that?
I'm like, people.
That's another thing I don't like. How are you going to tell me about a country you've never set foot in?
Literally, like that's their perception of the place, and it's just like there's so much that.
But are you not tired of fighting?
I'm tired. I'm tired of having to be amazing at everything. Like, why can't I just be bad and be okay?
Because we can't.
Yeah, and then like because
Why
like
can't I just not be good at maths?
no, and then because of
Why
that
do
as
I
well,
have to do chemistry?
No,
I
we
just
also
don't
like,
understand.
and on top of like us having to prove ourselves to like everyone else, but then also coming from a family that like they've worked to get you to where you are,
Yeah.
and now they're like you need to do better than what we have done.
Let's just
and
say-
like we love you for it. I love you for it, but at the same time, sometimes I'm like,
There's
too
a
much
lot of
pressure.
pressure.
I'm like, it's too much pressure
It's
for
a lot.
me. I want to.
But
Be
I
able
think
to
it's
say that I'm
also-
also gonna leave and work at McDonald's.
We can't do that.
I know.
Anyway, like I feel like it's just also where we come from and how our parents even find themselves over here.
True.
The work ethic they have, I believe they're just trying to instill it within us, but it's very hard because you've got that African style of whatnot, and now you've grown up in the Western world, and on top of that now you live in Scotland.
Yeah.
So it's not even like, I don't know, it's a multifaceted issue, yeah? So
Yeah.
you're at home and your parents very much African. Your parents very much still African, still Sierra Leoneans, hold those values. They're now teaching you those values, but then you're going to school and Sarah wants to be a hairdresser, but you know if you go home and tell your mum that's game over.
If I say I want to go on a sleepover on a Monday night, I'll look at like a madman.
And they're general, bro.
If you weren't, nah. Anyway, so I don't. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, we've grown up in a unique position, and I remember even trying to tell my parents this. I'm like, you've grown up in Africa, you've not gone through what I'm going through. Yeah, I'm the first one at my family
Or
to
like
go through
they've
the
gone
whole
through it,
schooling
but like at a
system.
way later age.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
No, yeah.
They've not been brought up here. Certain things is gonna be so unique. You can't even advise me because you're not in my position.
Yeah.
And then also then that happening, then being at school and not having someone you could relate to or go and tell your problem, like, do you know what I mean, certain things, and if you went to like your white friends and been like, oh, and then be like, so how do I explain to my white friends I couldn't get a Nintendo DS because they had to send money back to Africa?
Literally.
Not literally. Can't
Well, actually, I did have one, but
No, I got one eventually, but that's not the point. Like, do you know what I mean? Unique issues.
no, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, like,
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, I'm packing all my clothes so they can send it back to my family in Africa. It's
Or like, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Or like you can't do certain things till you finish all the things that you have to do.
Like trying to explain
As
to
in-
my friends that I'm not allowed. If I've
Not
gone out on
just chores.
Saturday, I cannot go out on Friday or
Yeah.
Sunday.
I'm
If I
going to be
say-
there this week.
If you
For
have
this
if
month.
you've asked me out, if you said okay, yeah, let's go out on Saturday, okay, you can't then text me Thursday night saying, well, let's go out on Friday as
Oh,
well.
let's go out.
I
You're
can't.
free right now to go out.
Choose a day. Then my friends will be like, oh my god, can we go? Like, let's go somewhere now. And I'm like, now,
No.
no.
Bro, I have
can't-
to. You know that EE2 form you got in school? I have
What's the EE2 for?
Like the permission slip.
like anytime you go on a trip, they give you the same EE2 form.
Oh.
Your parents have to like
High
send it.
school.
Bro, I have
I mean,
to do
compare now.
planning permission at that age.
No, it wasn't too bad.
Now it's slightly different. But what I'm saying is, we have grown up in a very unique position.
But then in that sense as well, like flipping it on the positive, I'm also very happy that we kind of have as well because I've also grown up knowing so much about like my Sierra Leonean culture.
True.
Like
No,
I
I
feel
wouldn't
like
change it.
no, yeah,
Certain aspects. up. Like, it's just hard to. It's just not having anyone to relate to. Like, for example, loads of like English, like how much? Like even YouTubers, yeah, that like it's English black YouTubers and stuff. Like if they could relate to them to an extent.
Yeah.
Like if they're even little things like when. Like if a hair influencer is like, oh, I went to PAX and I bought that. What?
Or when they're all like talking about like the primary
things,
school years and they're all doing the same.
Or for
things.
example, like when English people kickers, the shoes.
My shoes were from Claire's.
Yeah, my Lenny Kelly's.
Clark's.
No, Lenny Kelly's, and I had to cry to get it.
I never got that.
Lenny Kelly's.
Yeah.
Shoes.
I remember
yeah.
go back.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say, or like in England when they would talk about, oh, it wasn't cool to be African, you had to be Jamaican. I never experienced what. That whole discourse didn't touch me.
Yeah, no, it was not cool to be black at all.
Full stop. Never meant you were Jamaican or African. To be black was a problem. Now you guys are having debates about Caribbean or African. They even lump us all together. We're all the same up here. So I always find it very interesting to like we should be able to relate, but we just don't. Yeah. And then we don't have our own thing to be able to relate though. Or we don't have our own representation. Like we don't know all about the England whatever. What?
Yeah, I couldn't name a Scottish influencer that I grew up watching.
No, because there was none. Or a black one. I grew up watching. I used to watch Jamie Genevieve, and then she'd be like, "I love this product," and then I'd go check, and it would never go dark.
Buy the same shade.
Or when I used to watch Zoella, and she would always use the Lasting Collection concealer. If you know, you know. Yeah, the darkest shade was her. It's only recently they expanded the shade. So I feel like in terms of in real life. Can't relate. On the internet, can't relate.
Like, and then you're watching TV shows as well, and like even that is not even close to being based about.
Nah, 4 o'clock club.
What's that relate?
Honest to God, like I feel like you see so many things, especially like in the media, and like when you're younger, that's what you want to be, and then you even outside of that, you look outside, you look at the people around you. Like I remember when I was younger, and like going into school and like trying to talk to people about certain things, or like everyone was talking about this one thing that happened, and I'm all like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, that was me forcing myself to like One Direction just so I could have friends.
No, I liked One Direction.
No, I had to. I ended up liking them, but because it was such a big thing and I had nothing else. Oh well, I'd end like me and she knows who, you know what I'm talking about. We would like make ourselves like One Direction, and then we discovered like The Weeknd and Drake, and we're like, whoa, yeah, see ya, never. And then even things like that, like in terms of music and all this stuff,
starting to get exposed.
It started to become cool.
Yeah,
it was never cool once upon a time. Then it started becoming cool. So I always feel like.
It's like slowly, but then the thing that I never understood either is that like slowly over time things about black people became popular but not on a black person.
Yeah.
So it's like everyone wants to have a big butt, everyone wants to have big lips, everyone wants to have curly hair. But then I'm like, but then if you were to look at it on a black person, a lot of people are like, oh, but like,
yeah,
she just
not like that.
In high school, this girl actually came up to me. We were in computing. Yeah, if you're watching this. Yeah, I remember this. And then we were talking, she's like, Haj, I'm more black than you. And I was like, oh, what do you mean?
Yeah,
I've got a bigger butt than you.
Yeah, I don't like when people do.
And she's like, I listen to Tupac.
Yeah, I remember somebody saying like, oh, like your butt is so flat for a black person. I was just like,
I remember my friend was asking me, I remember we were in high school walking back from Trippy, and they literally asked me, they're like, how come you never say the N-word? I was like, because I don't want.
Like,
I'm like, firstly, what's the need? And secondly, I'm around white people all day. Like, what am I gonna say? I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, because you don't say it, we don't feel like saying. I was like, you shouldn't
feel
like saying it at all, regardless if I said it or not. I was like, what do you mean?
Shouldn't he be saying it?
Or I feel like a universal experience is when you were reading like what's that thing?
Mice and Men.
I never read it, but I heard about
There's
it.
the other one.
My class never read it, but the class next to me.
Mice and Men.
There's another one, and he's like in court. No, he's.
The To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, and the teacher would do a big ass disclaimer. I'm not a racist. It's just what if it's time, and would say the N word with hard ER.
But then I never understand
everyone
that
is just
either.
literally
because we're all reading along. Like that's something that never makes sense to me. Like even when they swear and stuff, and they're like, "I have a massive disclaimer." To me, I'm like, if you're gonna say the word, say it with your whole chest and like get ready for repercussions. Because to me, I'm like, why? Why disclaim it? Why say we're all reading along? You can skip the word and keep on going, or be like, we all know what the word means and we don't say it. Continue.
I just hope, you're going into the teaching profession.
I promise you, I ain't never seen me.
No, but I just hope things have drastically changed, especially when it comes to like topics about slavery and stuff. Because what you're not about to do is do a crappy PowerPoint and then stick on roots.
But I never even got that.
And then everyone's going around calling each other and calling me as well Kunta Kinte for the rest of the day.
Oh my god.
I feel like there's just so much more to
You're
black
not
people than
safeguarding.
just
You're not safeguarding your black students. Yes, there was one at the time, but you leave it like what? Like where's the safeguarding
I
there?
never got that. We never had like anything to do with slavery. We never. I
in
feel
high
like,
school we did.
No, not even high school. I feel
did.
like not. I moved by then. I don't know.
No, I got it
No,
taught
in second year.
I didn't know about slavery till high school.
I never.
Let's
got
talk
taught
about
at all.
that. Like I actually did not even know about it until I like stepped into class. I was like, wait, what? And then I was speaking to my mom and dad about it, and they're like, yeah. And they're like, I was like,
Girl, Freetown.
yeah, but I didn't know. At the age of 12, you
To
think
be
I'm
fair, I didn't know that until a few years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm
That's what I'm talking about. Like I did not like people would like say like things about slavery, but I did not know this was like a black thing. Like this happened to
Or it'd
black
be like
people.
an American, like I know what you mean, like the distinction between Africa and America did like
It
that
just
bridge
never-
really clicked.
I feel like I never had like lessons about it. I feel like when I got to like late high school, it was something that would be brought up within different conversations, and then they would just be saying little bits and pieces. But I feel like I'm honest. I feel like until George Floyd died, there was nothing to do with Black History, like nothing, like anything
No,
in my
no,
school.
until,
Not in my school.
until BLM, that whole movement in like 2019, 20, whatever. That's when I knew Scotland had their fingers in that too. Because when we got taught slavery, it was the English. It was the Americans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No one said anything about Scotland. So I was under the impression we didn't do nothing. Until BLM happened, until that whole movement, then it came out like even Sir Walter Scott had his fingers in slavery. He had
I don't
owned
know who that guy
plantations. Famous poet.
No.
Sir Walter Scott?
No.
Okay, never mind. The guy, the St. Andrew, you know, St. Andrew Square, him, he was it's only because of that then they decided to stick a plaque there being like, oh, he was a
See
slave owner
that
too.
we had a whole conversation about that in my lecture, and I was like, that's so stupid to me because who's reading that? No one's reading it.
What?
The plaque on the like that's their whole like movement now.
But
I feel like
the
it's
plaques to
important
be there. It's got to
I
be
understand that, but no, like even like when we talk about like race
We're in,
ethnicity-
in Glasgow, they're on Nelson Mandela Street. Oh.
literally. No, but like even when we learn about, we do so much in my course because obviously I'm studying to be a teacher about like race, ethnicity, and all the rest of it. And like even when they talk about like teaching about it, the fact that I'm the only black person in the class and everyone else goes silent.
Not even, or do you not always expect, they always expect you to speak for all black people?
Literally.
Yeah.
No, but then my only thing is that like we're in a classroom learning about these things so that we can go and teach the next generation, and none of you are having any input or having like taking anything out of
It
this.
feels really
So you're then
uncomfortable
gonna,
talking
but
about it.
and I understand that like that's okay to feel uncomfortable, but still try to engage because you're gonna
But
have
that's
to
what I'm
teach it.
saying. Like it's so important that they have a well-rounded.
But then my
education.
thing is that like they're getting taught, but it genuinely feels like it's coming in and going out, and then they're gonna go into class some of them and then
Or
be
they
like,
glaze over it, or not.
Yeah.
Don't,
and then I feel like it's gonna be the same thing that we went through.
like they don't really show the severity of
the
everything,
actual-
and like
yeah.
even how different people helped build the country. Like they really just glided over.
Or you know what I've really loved? I've loved doing volunteering. I go into schools and like you know me, I love to do different stuff with my hair all the time. I love my little outfits and I love seeing these black kids look at me and be like, I love
You're like
your
an
hair.
inspiration.
I love it. No, but I really like that because I
that
feel
is
like
so
I want more
important.
people to do that for them because I love that they can see me and be like, I can look different and I like that.
Yeah. And
And I'm the only one in the school.
and that's really important, and that's something I wish we had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even right now, I still feel like it's missing. Is that a battery?
Mhm.
Okay. we're coming to the end soon, Shan.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I feel like to this day, that's still what's missing.
Mhm.
There's not a lot of black Scottish people you can look up to or aspire to, even in terms of like social, even funny. Like there's a couple, don't get me wrong, there's like Bash the Entertainer!
I was about to say.
From Locked In, and the guy, the other
But from Glasgow.
that does all this pranks and stuff. Okay, cool, and we commend you still, and we like, but there's not a lot, and I feel like that's not going to be the downfall. But why? And I don't think we have the answer.
No.
But why isn't there a lot more black Scottish people in the media, on social media, more actors? Why is there not more black Scottish teachers? Not even black. Why is there not more ethnic?
We don't have
teachers?
a like.
Black Scottish representation, and I don't know why we don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why we're here.
Okay, bold of you to. This thing.
I know.
I've been hating the sound. I think it's
Okay, thank you.
And I don't know why, and I don't know. I just really don't know why. Because I feel like there's enough people who are. I feel like people have tried, but we've never reached the point of like.
So you know what?
Well-
Since we've done this, I feel like I've seen a lot more, and I was like, oh, I never knew about this, or oh, that's cool.
So what's
but then
going
I
on?
just don't. I feel like it might just be that we're just not getting to the same extent as
We're
the
not getting the-
UK ones. We're not getting the same viewership, the same
We
like.
don't get the right push, I feel like.
Yeah,
Why?
and I think you know what as well. I feel like if they do, they move to London.
Yeah, because you have to. Like, for half the things I want to probably accomplish, if I do, God willing, I'm gonna have to move. I can't be here.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I know.
Like, I don't want to appear speak it into existence. But if you go check out my
Manifestation.
LinkedIn, you might see. Anyway, but the things I want to aspire to do, I can't stay in Scotland for long. You hit a glass ceiling.
Yeah.
Especially as a person of colour, you hit a glass ceiling, you cannot go
That
back.
is true, yeah.
Especially if you want to do stuff in the creative industries. We'll just say that, or like things like that. You have to move to London, and like in a way, being up here and being black and stuff, that's an advantage. But then you go to London, you're just one of the millions.
Yeah.
So like it's really frustrating. So why? Like why aren't we as big as we have our own BBC Scotland, but
We do.
most of like for example like Henry and like you know the DJ, she's like on Kiss FM anyway.
Yeah.
Like we don't have a version of that. Like if I wanted to be like that, I would have to move to London as well.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to move to England to access certain opportunities, particularly in the creative industry. Now there's people trying to establish something here, but still, most things you're gonna have to move. If you want to be an actor, you most likely will need to move. If you want to musicians and stuff, I mean, you can do it up here, but to gain more, you're gonna have to go. So why isn't these things nourished up here? Why do we have to move?
I wonder.
If you have the answers, please. I'm joking, but no, like I think we need to open the discussion because I don't know why. Like, so why is it that certain things can't? Why do we feel like we need to move? Like, why do we have to move?
Why can't
Yeah.
it like
Why
be
can't it-
established up here
As
and
well.
like
So that's why when you ask, do you think you're going to stay in Scotland? No, because the things I want to accomplish, I can't accomplish them in my own home.
Fair.
I feel like this is a discussion that like we should try and like carry on and stuff. So head over to our Instagram, all this stuff. We'd love to hear what you guys think, or
Yeah.
if you think we've gotten it wrong or something. Like I'm intrigued to hear what other
comment
people...
down below under this video if
Yeah.
you're watching.
Like,
Like,
even-
don't just private message
Message
us.
us,
Don't be
like,
shy.
yeah. Don't be shy.
Like I would love to know your experiences as well, like good and bad.
Good
like,
and bad.
tell me.
Maybe I'm just being biased, but from what I see, I feel like no. So like, if you have any experiences or you want to share something with us, either put it in the comments or DM us or
And
something.
maybe even from a different perspective.
Yeah, maybe, and maybe we can get the discussion because I don't even think it's a discussion being had.
Yeah, let's get
things going. Let's get things going. On a brighter note, we're gonna do songs of the week.
Yeah. My song of the week this week is "Touch the Sky" by Julie Fowles.
And it's from
Brave,
the movie Brave, which is
a Scottish Disney film about a Disney princess
Yeah.
who loves to do bow and arrow
Archery.
and ride a horse.
archery.
Why?
Sign up.
My one is so it's called 500 Miles by the Flamers. I think they're from Dunfermline.
Really?
I think that's it.
Really?
No, it was King. I can't remember. Somewhere in Fife, I'm so sure. Correct me if I'm wrong.
It says I'm gonna be. It's called I'm gonna be. 500.
When I grow up, you know I'm gonna be the one who wakes up next to you. When I grow up, I'm gonna be the one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will walk 500 miles, and I will walk 500 more, just to be the one who walks 5,000 miles at your door. Da da da, da da da, da 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 da. Oh my god, a great movie to watch as well. Sunshine on.
You know, I never knew that song was in the musical.
What?
And my friend,
Sunshine on Leave. It's set in Edinburgh.
It's a Scottish
Great.
musical.
It's a Scottish musical.
My friends got really mad at me because obviously I love musicals and I never knew that was even a thing.
Have you watched it?
No.
We should
I've never
not
heard of
watch
it.
it today, but you've never. I used to watch it in high school all the time. Anyway, my song of the week is a song that used to get rinsed on my BlackBerry Curve in school on the school bus, and it's Friday Night by DJ Bad Boy.
Friday night.
That's not even
I
how
don't
it
know the
goes.
song.
I would play it, but probably get copyrighted. It's like DJ Bad Boy. I'm on my day. just makes you feel.
And Touch the Sky is like a nice little soft
I wasn't
song.
finished. It's just a really nostalgic song, and everyone used to play it on their Blackberries, and
Everyone
you'd
does
be
it.
like, Bluetooth me that song, and it's funny. Like
What?
it's really Bluetooth me the song
Before your time.
before your hey. Wait, she's only 3 years younger. Did you never have to do that?
No,
She lived a different time, mate. She entered high school with that.
No, but even with phones, like you'd have to Bluetooth songs to each other. Send.
No, because I was on BlackBerry and she was not on that time.
She had a tablet. I'm joking. Shut up! You never went through that.
No.
Or like having to download songs off like Tubity.
What should we do?
Yeah, I didn't do that. I was definitely.
Oh my god!
There was definitely a website we'd all go there on and like.
You never had to download stuff from Tubity and it would sound
Not
awful
Tubity.
because you just like ripped it from YouTube
No,
and you'd get the ad as well.
no.
Or like the thing you download. Well, I download like African songs. So it's like, the thing before like a label.
Oh,
and it's like, you're listening to irocking.com for more Nigerian music anytime, anywhere.
Oh. Players.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Shut up. Yo, I'm starting to feel old, bro. No, for real.
No, we are.
Anyway, guys, if you liked today's video,
Give it a thumbs up.
Give
If
it
you
a
didn't,
give it a thumbs up anyway, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us
you're
on Instagram
yeah, that's
please.
where we go
And
most of our
TikTok.
updates. Yeah.
and TikTok and Facebook. Give us a like.
Share the video, guys.
Share with your
If you're
mama.
listening on Spotify or whatever
Share it
else,
too.
Give us a review.
give us a review, give us 5 stars. If you don't want to give us 5 stars, keep that to yourself.
And we'll be back next week with another banging episode. I've been Hadra.
I've been Latifa.
I've been Zainab.
And this is Straight to the Point